Hello.
What's happening, everybody? Hope you're having a good night. Welcome to the Bar is Open with Beth and Greg. I'm Greg, and that is
So hungry. I'm so hungry.
so hungry.
I'm
That's
Beth.
so hungry.
I'm so hungry.
Beth.
It's Beth.
How are you doing?
Beth's so hungry. I'm good.
We're coming off a sick weekend.
Sick weekend. Yeah, well, for you. I
I'm
guess I was
still
sick on Friday.
Like son of a bitch.
The whiskey helps, dude.
No,
For me, it helped.
did not help me.
Well, you didn't drink any.
I did.
No, you didn't.
You don't remember.
When did you drink whiskey?
When we got him at the bar.
You got whiskey at the bar? What did I get? Oh, I do remember on the inside bar.
Did you have a rough night
I
that
had
night?
a fucking blast.
It was a good time.
It was a good time.
So we'll go over that here in a second. And I've actually got a story because I was like, does whiskey actually help?
And science
It kind of
says-
failed me, but science says otherwise. I mean, it depends on the link.
It
you
worked
go
on
to.
me, but maybe it's because I was already sick and you weren't sick yet when you were drinking whiskey.
And then I got sick all weekend. So I don't know. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Good.
You got sick Sunday and Monday. It wasn't all weekend. You
Well,
weren't
it
sick
feels
Friday
like
or
all
Saturday.
weekend. That's almost
It's
all your
half.
weekend.
You were sick 50%. Let's
I
not.
was sick 66% of the
No.
long weekend.
No. Oh,
Sick
God, you're
of
such,
the long weekend.
so dramatic. You were
It's
sick
just how it
2
goes.
days out of 4.
I'm just 2 days out of 4. Friday doesn't count as
Friday
the weekend.
counts.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yep.
DJ, what's up? No, it doesn't. Caleb, what's happening? It does not count. Friday is
Okay.
a work day.
Well, great.
But you have a couple hours to hang out in the evening.
Whatever you say.
I'm right.
Okay.
Beth's just proud of her goddamn Iron Man over there.
I built him with my own 2 hands.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys will be able to tell, but he lights up. Yeah, you can see. He lights up.
He lights up.
He lights up.
Very proud of you, honey.
Yeah. Oh, I need
Just-
to put these back up.
He's definitely going to fall off the table.
He's not going to fall off the table.
Yeah.
Whoa. It's kind of how I was walking on Saturday after boogieing all night long. Man, I danced my ass off on Saturday. It was so much fun.
We did have fun.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times. Thank you all for joining us tonight. It is
Alex.
Wednesday. We are just, it's hump day, but it's kind
Hump
of a
day.
short week hump day.
It's a short week, but it's been a held week because I facilitated a conference for 300 people. I co-facilitated a conference for 300 people. So mentally, today, when it wrapped up at 2:30, I was like, I'm
Just
fucking
burn the fuck
done.
out.
I'm done. The yawns started coming, and
Oh, that's
I was
rough.
like,
Good job then.
thanks. My
Oh,
boss
yeah.
told me good job too. So that's always what you
I
look
didn't know
for.
there was 300 people.
Yeah,
in that
it's
fucking
two
thing.
different. Well, it's a whole.
I don't even know 300 people at that company. at
It's
this
a
point.
whole. Yes, you do.
No.
It's a whole it's the experience management group. So everybody that falls under Rob,
Boring.
we all show up there.
Whatever. So I got the flu,
I don't know if you got the flu, because if you got the flu, it was really short lived.
24 hour.
Oh, you got 24-hour flu?
Mhm.
24-hour man flu?
It was absolutely, dude. I'm not even fucking joking. I was like, fuck, the only thing I'm missing is my hot fudge sundae.
And you didn't ask for it.
And
I
you
did
didn't
go to McDonald's.
deliver.
I went to McDonald's and you didn't ask
supposed
for
to
it.
just do shit like that
No.
for your significant other?
No.
You asked me, like, can you get me
And
a
what do you
Dairy
say?
Queen? I'm like, hell yeah.
No, you say no.
No, I don't.
You say no about everything nowadays.
Well,
Anyways, I
certain
went to
things.
McDonald's. You should have told me I would have gotten you one. But you needed food too.
I didn't need it then.
That was
I
on
needed it, like,
Sunday.
in the evening.
That was on. Oh.
You don't understand how sick
You felt
guys work.
worse. So
How
you're
do
telling
you
me
not understand how sick dudes work at this point?
because I don't have a winky? I'm not a sick dude.
We've been married for 17 years
Okay.
or 15. 15
Maybe,
years?
maybe I keep hoping that'll be better next time.
the next go round?
The next
Fuck
go around,
you.
it'll be better.
Maybe not.
At least we got you reined in with the breaking your fever part, because that first year that was scary when your fever wouldn't break. So maybe the one and only time
See,
I've ever reached out
You
to
can
my
always
mom.
use a surprise McFlurry.
Well, Robbie, if you
In my
want to,
case, it's just the hot fudge.
what's a
sundae.
McFlurry? That's the one that's like
It's
the
it's like a-
blended one,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
like the
Yeah,
Blizzard.
Exactly. What's
Except
up, Robbie?
the
How you
Blizzard
doing?
Blizzard blows.
Alex.
Blizzard is blows McDonald's McFury out of the water.
I don't know why I want
McFlurry.
a hot fudge sundae from McDonald's.
I don't know,
have
and it's
no
very
idea.
specific, like hot fudge sundae. It's
Yeah,
not like
I have
I
no
want their
idea.
hot caramel.
It's just something about that, and I didn't get it. So she sounds super healthy too. So we're still dealing with the
Well,
chest
Cedar's bad today too.
Yeah.
So
Well, let's talk about the fucking let's go over this
okay, with the whiskey,
the whiskey cure.
the whiskey find.
So So, is whiskey...
Well, should we cheers?
Let's do that first.
And did you tell them how they can find us?
You can find us out on iTunes, Spotify,
Reining you back in.
all the places, all the audio places. And then, of course, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And then I was, about 10 minutes ago, I was like, what's happening out on the fucking Facebook world? Just as an aside. And again, I poked in there for a minute, and shit from like 4 days ago is on there and all that stuff, right? So I go out to the Bars Open site, and I'm pretty good about like checking shit and posting some stuff
Pooping
out there.
stuff out there.
Pooping some stuff out there.
Yeah.
And it's like, none of our shit connects over there anymore. None of our the videos will go over, but
and yet in my email, I see pay extra to pay the whatever they call it to get more views. I'm like, why would I give you that $5 if I can't even get 10 views without it?
Right. It's ridiculous. I hate fucking.
Well, don't put it on Facebook anymore.
No, it just connects. I don't know. Anyway, is whiskey good for a cold? Does alcohol help a cold? And surprisingly, this is, of course, from a company called Binwise. A
so
blue
alcohol
chart
Binwise?
company. I don't know
A
what the fuck
blue
that is.
chart?
Yeah, I just Googled it, and this is what came up. So no one likes to get sick from an ear, nose, and throat congestion to taking time away from work and relaxation. While there are dozens of cold remedies, both natural and artificial, alcohol should be included in your list. Should be included in your list. A few sips of your favorite beverage has a purpose of beyond happy hour drinks. But I think that's the key. Kind of like it's a few sips and not like 6 drinks. But what kinds are best? Does whiskey help a cold? Yes, whiskey can be good for a cold because it is a decongestant.
Oh. All I know is I felt pretty good when we were done on
being sick.
Done on
Sick
Friday
means your
night.
nasal tissues have become inflamed, which causes a lot of difficulty in breathing. Though it is common to believe that excess mucus is what causes congestion, that's actually not the case. Inflammation is a result of swollen blood vessels in your nasal tissues, which is why you take like ibuprofen or whatever. If you get like a nasal headache or whatever, take some ibuprofen. It'll
Helps minimize the swelling in your
Consuming
head.
low amounts of alcohol fosters widening of blood vessels, which is called vasodilation.
Yes.
Learn that term from Crystal,
I've heard it before.
right?
I don't recall like Innis. I can't use it.
She's like, when you warm up, it warms it up, or when you cool down, it
Vasodilation.
dilates it, right?
Vasoconstriction.
Yeah, the process of vasodilation is enhanced by nitric oxide, which is a chemical compound in the body. Does alcohol help a cold? While alcohol can't remedy the common cold, it does limit the severity of your symptoms. When consumed in small amounts, alcohol is a vasodilator, like I just said, which means it helps your blood vessels open up. I'm just saying, these are all things. Does tequila help a sore throat? Yes. Tequila can be effective in reducing.
It's also a
sore
panty
throats.
dropper. Tequila's
it?
a panty dropper.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Alcohol, including tequila, has natural decongestant and antibacterial characteristics, which aids in relieving inflamed tissue. Tequila is made from the agave plant, which has anti-inflammatory properties itself and has been used as a medicinal herb. So I'm just saying. Excuse me. See, yep, still working on it. Best alcoholic drink for a sore throat. I'm probably going to need one tonight. The hot toddy is a great all-around choice.
What is a hot toddy?
The hot toddy I'll tell you.
Okay.
Was likely a Scottish drink invented in the 1700s and features whiskey, lemon, hot water, and honey.
Whiskey, lemon, hot water. Ooh.
So we do lemon.
We do hot water, lemon,
honey often.
Right. We just put something icky in there that's
Like
the bacteria.
thieves,
which kills
so instead of that, all we need to do is add a little whiskey.
I guess the whiskey would kill the bacteria in your throat as well.
Right?
You drink the thieves, so it's
We've
supposed to
got
help
some
you.
100 proof whiskeys up there too.
Okay.
Right? And you just go, but you only do a little bit in the lemon and the honey.
What do you do? Like a shot of whiskey to 8 ounces of hot water and lemon and honey?
Or 2.
2 shots of whiskey? I think that defeats the purpose.
Dude, I just want to go to sleep when I'm not feeling well. I'm just like, put me down.
Yeah, I told you to get a pillow and a blanket, and you were out most of Sunday.
I told you.
It's okay.
It was the
I didn't
flu.
mind. Man flu. Let's clarify.
Yeah.
It wasn't regular flu. You'd still be
So,
sick if it was regular flu.
so can it make you feel better? Yeah, of course. Well, it's kind of a natural kind of like sedative on top of that, right? Kind of like I've gone through 3 or 4 bottles of fucking. You're gonna break his head
He's
off.
agreeing with you. Yeah.
Oh Jesus! And she's got a Groot to build on.
I know.
top
I'm
of
going to
that.
start on him. I
So
think
you know what, you guys, I'm not a doctor.
booze is better than the flu or other jabs. Noted.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm not a doctor, but you know what?
You play one on TV?
I play
Oh,
one on a. No,
great.
I don't.
On a podcast?
Mm.
No. We
Maybe.
all know. We all know better than to.
A fun one just for funsies.
Uh-oh.
This is just because it's fun. So remember I told the story the other day, maybe like a week or 2 ago.
About his balls? I mean, his dick?
Yeah,
and
about his little
frostbite?
pee-pee getting frozen. We were like his pee-pee, his
Yeah.
little pee-pee. So Prince Harry. So adult toy company promotes spare ball gags in savage response to savage Prince Harry ad. And it left the internet gagging. A British sex toy
Hello, my
company
friend
took
Allison.
a shot at Prince Harry Saturday with a new billboard that said "Silence is golden." So it is pretty goddamn funny.
Let's see it, shall
Because
we?
everybody in England is just kind of over these fucktards, right? They're just done with them,
okay.
right? And they're like literally done with it. So Silence is Golden, featuring a ball gag in reference to the Duke of Sussex, revealing intimate details in his new memoir, Spare. They said, we have been and still are ardent supporters of Harry and Meghan's journey, particularly the way they have voiced such important issues as racism, misogyny, and bullying within the UK. However, we feel that Harry's memoir has taken certain things, for example, referencing his todger, his pee-pee, a little bit too far, falling under the category of too much information, TMI.
TMH.
So wanted to put out a playful response to this in our own Love Honey way. The post has also reached out to Love Honey for comment. It's not the first time the adult toy company was inspired by the royal family. 2018, Love Honey, which operates in the UK, blah, 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 blah.
Guess you can't probably order
Created
them
a
over
line
here
of
then, huh?
exclusive products to commemorate the couple's marriage, which is always fun. So they're just basically done with the shit, and they're like, stuff it, like shut your pie hole.
Shut your pie
Here's
hole.
a ball gag for it. So I just figured it'd be fun to share that. I mean, even they're tired of it, right? You talk about the monarchy.
I wonder if they
and
got
they,
any
like-
backlash, like if some people were like, "How dare you?"
Oh, I'm
So
sure.
disrespectful. And they're
I'm
like,
sure.
we advertise sex. We're used to offending people.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
I love them.
So,
Not ball gags. The Love Honey.
pretty good, right?
Mhm.
So I thought that was good. Last at the top, right? So these are all at the tops. JJ, aka High and Angry, JJ Jackson, is going to be on
Oh, cool.
Moonshiner's Master Distillers on Discovery. Can't say anything much, but he sent me a video a while back
Yeah,
that was him in front of his little setup and everything, and it's pretty fucking cool.
that's awesome.
So he'll be on there. I just reached out to him tonight to confirm. Wednesday, January 25th. It's on Discovery. He'll also be on, I think, tomorrow night, Nooner Nation podcast.
Oh,
And they're
cool.
gonna be, I think they're going to be able to talk a bit about it.
Yeah.
But go check out Nooner Nation with
Well,
Bill,
we have
of course.
Discovery Plus, so we can check it out.
Right. So
January
that's the January 25th, next Wednesday. So we'll definitely record that or watch it
We
or
don't have to
whatever.
record it. We have the app.
Yeah, we got the app. So get it, JJ. Just like DJ
That's
said,
exciting.
I
How
think that's
cool.
fucking rad, right? He's been doing that. He's been making his own
We
booze
should
for
have
a
him
minute.
send them. Like we should buy some and have him send it to us. But can you
Let's do
ship
it.
that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's not like a gun.
Maybe if he puts it in like cologne bottles, they'll think it's cologne.
I think you are allowed to
I
ship
don't know.
because if you can ship booze, I think you can ship booze.
Well, I get wine.
Do you need like a CCW for booze,
I don't know.
like or whatever they're called, a CFL for booze? I don't know.
What's a CFL? And that's
It's like
the driver's license
where you can
thingy?
transfer guns
Yeah.
between gun stores or something like that. I don't know, but nonetheless, fuck, I think it's awesome. You can just buy it and ship it. So
That's cool.
go check him out.
Good
I
for
think it's
him.
gonna
I'm
be
excited.
awesome. It's like you got to be super happy for folks, and he's the perfect person to be on camera like that and just fucking And he knows that skill,
Yeah.
right? He knows how to make shine.
Right.
That's his thing.
Well, he's got the personality too.
Yeah. So it's a
Awesome.
twofold thing. So
That's
it's
really cool.
awesome. Yeah, absolutely. So cheers, everybody, again. Thanks for joining on a Wednesday. It's going to be a short week for us. Well, it's been a short week, like I said. What else is going on with you? Anything?
No.
Where we
So
jump
you're
into the
making
rest of the
a
show?
pot roast that smells
Oh, Jesus.
delicious, by the way.
Thank you.
I think
to
that's probably why I'm-
Shots Meat Market. I should have worn my
I'm
Shots
so
Meat
hungry.
Market
Oh, we need to
hat.
take that fucking shirt back and get you the right
No,
one.
I'm just going to start wearing that one.
You just want that one? All right, then I'll go get you the one I really
I'm
wanted
just
to
going
get
to
you.
rep Beth over Christmas.
I got him a shirt. I picked from the pile, not realizing there were different shirts in the pile. Got the wrong one.
She literally got me like the employee Shots Meat
I
Market
did.
shirt.
And what I wanted to get you
Which
is
I'm
one that
fine
said,
with.
I'd smoke that. And then on the back, it had a pig, a cow, and
So, and
a
chicken,
cow. Yes, thank you. I was like, what was the third animal? Shit. Woo.
anaconda,
Anaconda.
big snake.
I didn't want to say like horse accidentally or,
That'd've been
so I
pretty
was
good.
like, ew, no, I would never eat a horse. End of days, I would probably take that statement back. But
Oh, yeah. I told you earlier, I like. So, chickens. Chickens are going through the roof, right?
people
Like
buying
eggs.
chickens.
People
are going through
buying,
the roof.
it was just on the news. Eggs are like fucking 8 times what the cost of
they're
was
like
last year.
a hun-
No,
100%. So they went from like $2 to $6 or something.
that would be 200%, honey.
Another
Hashtag
up
math.
200? Well, last week they weren't up 200%.
But nonetheless,
they're expensive as
they're
AF.
expensive. So people are buying the chickens, like the little
Right.
chicks, and
You
then
can get
they're
a chick for
raising
$5.
them, right? Like, are you guys doing that? I'm like, does anybody have a
You
hen?
can get a chick for
hen house, a
$5, and
chicken
5
house,
months later
a
you can
coop?
get eggs.
My brother's got a coop,
Yes.
right? And he basically said he's like, they produce a couple a week. He's got a dozen chickens
wintertime.
in the winter, and then they produce way
egg
too
a
fucking
day.
many.
Because he's got
in-
what, like 8?
Yeah, at least a dozen.
So in
something
the
like
spring
that.
and summer, he's getting like 16 eggs a day.
Right. So,
No. Sorry, 8 eggs a day. It's usually one egg. So
well, that's what I'm saying. I think he's got a
it's like
dozen
56.
chickens
It's
now.
like 56.
And then he
Oh,
had
shit.
some ducks, and he's got some other shit sometimes. Just depends. But I was
Do
literally
you
like,
eat dog eggs?
yeah, they're just
Ew, I
big
feel-
ass eggs,
I
man.
feel like that's just wrong for some reason.
No.
I don't know why.
They're not
that
fertilized
different.
eggs.
They're not any different than chicken and chicken eggs, but I just feel like a duck
You're
egg
just not
would
used to
be-
eating. And then, yeah, I'd eat. Yeah. But then
Anyways.
again, I was like, end of days,
Yeah.
or I just get tired of those chickens. They just become a
Food.
rotisserie.
Wouldn't you keep them longer? You get more eggs out of them if you keep them alive than you would eating the
If
actual
you kind of
chicken.
get tired of them, you're just like, I'm tired of mucking them and doing all
Well,
that. And you
yeah,
just
but
start
if
eating
they're
the
your only
chickens.
source of food, and that's
No, so that's different.
yeah, then you wouldn't eat
But if
them
we
in
start
end of
running
days.
low on everything, chickens are basically
Eggs,
self-sustaining,
protein, dude. You
right?
can live off
Chickens, They
that.
literally can live off bugs. You just throw waste in there, and they'll just eat it all.
I'll figure it out.
And it's just, but the dogs, on the other hand, I was telling you, I was like, there's a reason they're so healthy.
I'm not having this conversation with you.
We're having it.
Mm-mm.
They're a protein source. In some countries, it's like right now they're doing that. And that's how bad it is over there. Like Japan.
Lloyd.
Maybe not Japan, but like North Korea. When was the last time you saw a dog running around North Korea?
When was the last time I saw anything in North Korea?
Well, touche, but nonetheless, just saying, bomber,
I'm gonna
be
get that
good,
gag ball.
boy, be good.
I'm gonna get that
What's up,
gag
Lloyd?
ball and I'm gonna put it in your mouth every time you start talking about eating my dogs.
You know, I mean, I've told you this for years, though.
Okay, move on.
This is not something that's new. All right, so Netflix has this amazing job opportunity. This is no bullshit. I'm calling no bullshit. Netflix advertises for.
It didn't come in my LinkedIn messages. It's not
It's
real.
not real. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Netflix advertises for flight attendant on private jet with a
Salary?
salary of up to $312,000, £1,000, which is about $350,000 a year, US.
What do they have to? Do they?
Just handies to everyone.
I mean, I was gonna say blowies.
Like,
That's
she's
even
just all right. There are a lot of perks to being a flight attendant, and the biggest that immediately springs to mind is having the opportunity to travel the world. But it turns out that one flight attendant at least, will also be compensated financially for their time by Netflix. So it's not like Netflix Airlines. It's
Right. It's just their private jet.
their private jet,
Right.
right? So our company has private jets also.
Most companies have a private jet.
We don't. Well, you got to fly on. I've
Yeah.
only been there 20 years.
Flown
I
on it
haven't-
several times.
I haven't. Fucking.
I say like 2 or 3.
Bougie over there.
Got to know the right people.
Fucking evidently, Jesus Christ. This is because the streaming service is on the hunt for a flight attendant who will be paid the handsome sum of £312,000 to travel the world. News of the job was revealed on Netflix's website, where it was stated that Netflix's aviation's on the hunt for someone with a passion for aviation
Are
and
they
a desire to work with it within a dream career.
Are they a European company?
I
Or
think
is
they're-
this article just in
no,
Europe?
this is out of Europe.
Okay, because
yeah.
you said pounds. I was like, I thought they
Yeah,
were.
so it's about $350,000.
Okay.
So now we know what you're thinking. So JJ needs to reconsider Moonshiners and go do that. 'Cause I think he would be.
Shit, I need to reconsider, and go to flight attendants. What do they call them now?
Flight attendants.
Flight attendant. Yeah.
Not stewardesses.
Stewards and stewardesses, flight attendant. But I thought there was something else they called them now too.
Ma'am.
Ma'am. Karate King, because they have to take people down now because people are idiots on planes.
I
You
think
don't
this
really
is
have
the
to
type
worry
of plane
about
that,
that on
are
these
they
private
doing
planes.
just like tons of cocaine on this plane? Probably, right? I mean, that's the only
No.
thing I can think of.
I mean, not on the books, anyways.
Right. Well, no, of course.
So,
All right,
what's
so
the catch?
now we know what you're thinking. So there's no catch. It's like you've just got to be one of
How many did they
the-
hire? Sorry.
one
Golly.
or two or something like that. That's all it
Wow.
says. So I'm just saying, like, said it added the aviation team helps Netflix reach the world more efficiently and effectively so the company can continue to create
What team?
joy around the world. It said the aviation team.
Oh, their aviation team. Okay.
Alongside embracing the company's culture, the ideal person for the role will be independent and operate with a lot of self-motivation.
So,
So you're going to be really proactive
what do you
and
think
like
they have to travel so much for? Like trying to get like people on board to do movies and interviewing, or going to
They're just
auditions.
literally you're
or-
flying the fucking CEO around the world.
What do you think he has to fly that much for?
Because he's going to, dude, okay, so in the last year, how many goddamn shows have I watched from around the world?
Well, that
I've
doesn't
watched
mean
them in
he has to
South
go to
Korea.
those shows. That's what Zoom is for.
Well, maybe that's his job, is to like go get those new South Korean
Mm.
people to be part of Netflix.
Maybe. I don't know.
He's got to fly to Austin to go to like South by Southwest,
Mm,
you know, like big deal stuff.
yeah. That's cool.
He's going to go talk to The
Do you
Rock.
really not have to go through security when you fly on a private plane?
You don't, because it's your plane. If it blows up, it blows
Blows
up.
up.
Yeah.
Excuse
I
me.
guess. I don't really know the rules. I don't know the rules about it. So, you know, it just depends. Are you qualified to do that?
I am not qualified.
This is a lead position for a Northern California based flight attendant. The ad continued. Then the right candidate will be professionally trained in cabin and passenger safety
I'm
and
not the right person.
aircraft emergency evacuation. Don't you just have to hit the fucking door thing? Like, you're going to crash. Okay, cool. When we crash, then pull the fucking thing.
Once we're down,
Because other than
or
that,
the exit, over the wing.
that's really it is,
Um,
right? And you do this a lot, and then you do
Yeah. Oh, and you throw them how
and
to
you
blow up.
show how the right, because they can't afford the ones with the pull.
No, sometimes the pool doesn't work.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yes.
Okay. And then if the
And
mask comes like at
before you put
least
somebody
3 times
masks
in my
on.
life, so I'm pretty sure anyone is qualified. And then really, it's just like handing
You
out.
probably have to have history.
drinks.
Like you probably have to have extensive
So
experience.
you don't get in the air and like
work
you hit
history.
turbulence, you just freak
Because
the fuck
you know that
out.
would be me. I'd be like,
Just
we're all gonna
holding
die.
on to the CEO of
Right?
fucking
We're
Netflix,
gonna
like
die.
just crying.
Shit. Yeah.
She did that to me one time. You were also
I wasn't
demonstrating
holding on to
independent
crying. I
judgment
did scream shit really loud at the top of my
discretion,
lungs.
and outstanding customer service skills.
Discretion,
necessary.
so NDA basically, so that they don't talk about the
So when they're
things
banging the hookers in the back,
or doing
yeah.
the blow.
Yeah. So that's, I mean, that makes sense. $385,000 US. That's what that.
385.
That's what that works out.
Dang, that's bank, dude.
It's bank. Plus,
They could probably get put up in good
yeah,
hotels
Yeah.
when they get to the. Because I know, like when we had overnights and the jet, they would put the pilots up, and I'm assuming that the flight attendant, they would put them up for
Right.
whatever night, 1 or 2 nights before we, if the plane wasn't, because sometimes the plane would drop you off, turn around and come back, and other times if it was just like a night, they'd stay there.
Right. It just depends. Well, it's how many hours are flown. What's up, Allison? How you doing? Yeah, so, Allison, you'd be the perfect person to go apply for Netflix airline
I think so too.
stewardess. Nope.
Flight attendant.
Flight attendant. My bad.
Yeah, flight attendant. Call them a stewardess nowadays. You'll get slapped.
They, them.
They, them. It.
Attendant.
Oh.
They, them attendant.
Okay.
So we'll make sure you put that on your.
I mean, that's kind of that's pretty swanky.
Fucking dope ass job. If you're the 1 or 2 people to be like, what do you do for a living?
Unless they're making that salary that high, because you are gone a lot and you have to put up with a-holes.
I'm sure. But this brings me to helicopter penis.
Oh Lord.
So we all think we know what helicopter penis is, but you really don't.
Did you just pull this out of your ass?
No, it's actually an article.
Yeah, but it's not on here, right?
Oh no, it's right underneath Netflix job opportunity. It's a sub bullet of Netflix job.
Oh, the image.
It's out. Yeah. So helicopter flight path track drawing a penis in the air. There's not been many times that I could actually say that there is a helicopter penis and it not be like some sort of pornography kind of based thing. But this helicopter literally flew a flight path. Remember when the jets up in Washington were flying dicks and balls? They all got grounded, right? Like because of that shit. And these were like tenured guys. Like they've been in
the military, right?
Yeah, they've been in the military for a long time, right? So this happened. Helicopter pilot has caused a stir after their flight path appeared to show they'd drawn a giant.
Is that thing on its side?
What?
The helicopter?
What do you mean?
Look at the picture. Is he on his side?
Oh no, that's like the flight path, and that's
Okay.
that's just like a graph.
Okay.
Yeah. No. If you look up, you can very often see plane or helicopter flying overhead, is what it says. But it turns out in this case, Kraft was drawing a penis for the pilot.
But you wouldn't see it.
You wouldn't see it, but when it like there's a tracker that tracks.
Okay, so
where
somebody
are you going? Basically,
the data
what
would
you're
track it.
Seeing there, right? So you're not going to see it. It's not like a sky penis.
I like how they even gave it a head,
like the U.S. guys did,
like a to
But it's a helicopter penis, awesome. And that's the fucking funniest thing.
You say that, and every time I think about it,
that's exactly what everybody was gonna think, right? I think it's hilarious. So it made me happy.
Did anybody get in trouble?
Let's get to it. The skyborne penis was spotted by popular flight tracking site Flight Radar 24, which actually is a better image than that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because it's actually on their flight radar.
Where was this over?
Hang on a second.
I didn't know if it said that in the map.
Malta.
Okay.
Fucking dude, just fucking flying penises. This particular penis was sketched out by Flight whatever, which was believed to have been carried out by a AW-139 helicopter. The flight was taken over the Maltese island of Comino, the smaller island nestled in between. I love the fact that they used the word nestled. In between Malta and Gozo, meaning the pilot will have needed some tight control of their helicopter to have sketched out a penis with such accuracy. So, yeah, it doesn't say. A statement from the armed forces of Malta appeared to deny the helicopter pilot aimed to sketch a giant penis.
He did by accident?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely did.
And DJ said people are way too uptight about the sky dicks. Fucking hilarious.
I think they are awesome. It's like, why not? Like, fucking have a little, goddamn.
You know what?
Take your
simple right now. Let's draw a penis while it's simple times.
Penis out of your butthole and figure it out. So I thought it was appropriate to go hand in hand with that story.
Well, there you go.
And when you don't get to see a helicopter penis very often. So
no,
it's like literally could be.
I've never seen any type of helicopter penis of any variety.
You know what to do, internet.
No, I could
DMs.
No, I don't need that. That's what the internet's for. I don't need real. I really don't need real penis helicopter things sent to me.
Just after the show, I'm just be like, ding, 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 ding. Just sending a bunch. All right, so this next one's a little more serious. It's actually I think it's a good news story.
I think it's a good news
I
story
hope
too.
it's a good, like, fingers crossed, it's a fucking good news story.
I think so too.
DJ,
So,
you can tell us a little about it. Javon, what's happening? It's been a minute.
so
yeah.
military veterans can now receive free emergency mental health care. So as of Tuesday, U.S. military veterans in an acute suicide crisis can receive free treatment, including inpatient care up to 30 days and outpatient care up to 90 days.
Okay.
This expanded care was announced by the Department of Veterans, I guess last Friday, that kicked in on Tuesday,
Cool.
and is meant to prevent veteran suicide by guaranteeing no-cost, world-class care to veterans in time of crisis. So veterans who are seeking that care, this is my favorite part, can go to any VA or non-VA, which is
That's the huge part. Yeah.
healthcare facility. They do not have to be enrolled in the VA system to receive care. So they go on to talk about, it's a crisis, and in response to that crisis, they can now get the free world-class emergency health care they deserve, no matter where they need it. I think they can go 30 days internal, 90 days external,
or a combination of some.
They can get both. Like if somebody goes in 30 days,
yeah, they need
that
inpatient
90
care.
days out too.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
the new policy's veterans who were discharged after more than 2 years of service under conditions other than dishonorable are eligible for care, which will be paid or reimbursed by the VA. Paid for or will be paid.
Good
for
luck
or
getting
reimbursed.
reimbursed.
Well, they don't. I think the company's going to have to get reimbursed. I don't think the veteran's going to pay out of pocket. I think the company's going to.
Okay. That would be kind of a little bit of a.
I think it's going to be more
That
like
would be-
company to VA. Not, okay, I need you to shell out $100,000 and then get the VA to pay your
Yeah,
back.
that's
So
kind
I
of what
think
I'm like, holy
a
fuck.
lot of people couldn't afford that.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
where
no.
the big chunks of that
Yeah.
shit come in. But, I mean, if they're actually trying to make proactive, positive change for
Yes.
these.
So,
for-
and even the
for
guys
mil-
who
for
served,
soldiers
the
and
men and women who
military.
served in reserve, if they served more than
DJ, I know.
100 days under combat exclusion or in support of a contingency operation and were also discharged under conditions other than dishonorable, are also eligible, as well as veterans who were the victim of sexual assault, sexual battery, or sexual harassment while serving. So,
Yep. We'll keep our fingers crossed for that. Absolutely. Because the one of the things that just kind of came to mind was like, does it become one of the situations where there's one right over there?
okay,
Let's go grab it.
I will.
Where it's where the company doesn't want to work.
Because they never got reimbursed. Like you came in and they had a
Yeah.
hard time getting the money, and so now I come
You know
in
what
and
I
they're
mean?
like, no, I
don't know.
I don't
would hope
know.
not,
I would
but-
hope not too, and I don't know if there's law. I
or
mean,
it takes 2 years for them to get reimbursed.
Yes.
Some fucked up shit like that. But
so the VA.
I don't know. I hope so.
the
I mean,
VA's
it's a good thing. At least they're opening it up to.
Yeah.
They
So the
don't have
VA's
to go
2022 report on veteran suicide said that in 2020, 6,146 U.S. veterans died by suicide.
Fucking insane.
Which, here's what's crazy. It's that high, but that was still 343 fewer than 2019.
Yeah.
And suicide was the 13th leading cause of death among veterans in 2020. And veterans under 45 years old. So I feel like this is good news. I'm hoping that it is as shiny as it sounds.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like a really good deal.
It's needed. Like,
Yeah.
folks need to have alternative options.
Yeah. Especially the whole non-VA part. Like,
Dude, we
I
were in
love that.
Phoenix when the VA shit was going down there, and it was goddamn terrible. And
Well,
we're not military,
And
but
for
we just
people
know
to try to
so
get
many
in
people.
to the VA is
fucking
like what? Like a
horrific.
6-month wait sometimes. And these are situations where people don't have 6 months. So I was
DJ he's got a good comment. Everyone who has dealt with the VA is a Me Too #MeToo victim. Dude, my brother
Right,
has
yes.
done so much shit, and he's been doing it for
wow.
25 years now.
Yeah.
He was in a long time ago, and he's been dealing with shit forever and ever and ever. So, yeah, I think that's awesome. If it fucking
No,
Yeah.
we're just gonna go with we're gonna believe
Yep.
in positive and say it's gonna be fantastic.
positivity. This was a fun story that I was hoping the next one, and thank you for sharing that one.
Yep.
The next one I was hoping we were going to get to it last week, but I think we just ended up getting hammered.
We did.
But I got to get to my Giselle's story. or no, not Giselle.
Ghislane.
Ghislane Maxwell story. Ghislane Maxwell is hosting etiquette classes. And if we talked about any of this shit last week, just let us know, because
We were a little
Friday was a blur.
whiskey.
For 40 prison inmates. Convicted sex trafficker Ghislane Maxwell is said to be holding etiquette classes for inmates at the Florida prison she's serving her time in. Last year, Maxwell was sentenced to 20 years in prison after a jury found her guilty of luring teenage girls for convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. The former socialite was found guilty of sex trafficking minors, conspiracy to entice a minor, to travel to engage in illegal sex acts, and conspiracy to transport a minor with the intent to engage in criminal sexual activity. The weirdest fucking part about that whole statement I just made is who banged all these little kids? Who are the fucking pedophiles that did all this?
There's a ton of them.
It wasn't just Jeffrey, right? I'm not wrong about that, right?
Yeah.
It was like,
Ton of important people.
yeah. So, I mean, we can start naming names, but we'll see how quick the channel gets shut down. She was also found guilty of conspiracy to commit sex trafficking of minors and transporting a minor with the intent to engage in criminal sexual activity. But whatever, because that doesn't stop Maxwell from preaching about women's
You know why she's doing this, right?
empowerment.
Because it goes in a checkbox that she's a good corporate
She's a model.
prisoner.
Yeah.
So she can get considered for parole.
She hasn't
sooner.
stopped preaching about women's empowerment, as it said. She's holding etiquette classes twice a week for up to 40 prisoners.
Interesting.
How have these motherfuckers not just knifed the living shit out of her for sex trafficking minors?
She's
Right.
probably
Like is her fucking rash card, like, or
yeah.
whatever
Then
they're called,
they
like,
probably
just
vet
stacked?
out the prisoners
She's
for letting her
giving
be around,
cigarettes
and
fucking whatever.
they probably pat them down.
Jesus Christ. What Allison said, oh my God, I lured into homework hell and a
PE uniform
What?
search with
No,
her kids.
That's a weird comment to make right now.
With her
Just saying.
kids.
A source told the Daily Mail that Maxwell is teaching her fellow inmates in federal correctional institution at the Federal Correctional Institution in Tallahassee, Florida, how to have good manners, how to talk, and even how to dress and
you imagine?
behave, and even how to behave in a job interview.
So these women, I mean, because you've seen the inside shows where these women are all like,
Orange is the New Black. Is
well,
that
no,
how
I'm
it
talking
all
about like
is?
the documentaries
Yeah.
where the girls are, I'm trying to think of, they're less than proper.
And they're also
Can you imagine them taking this
beaten
class?
down by just everything.
No, but I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about they are way less than proper. And
But who are the 40 fucking women she's talking to? You think they're the fucking like 25-year people that have been in there forever? Goddamn, no, they're not. These are the kids, the 20-year-olds that are in there that can be groomed again, right?
You mean to
This is
release
how-
in society?
Yeah, this is how you can treat, this is how you get, this is how you get ahead. This is how you do these things. That's what she's fucking doing. I guarantee it. Etiquette, my ass.
It is. So what are you saying? She's
She's not teaching them where to fucking put the forks.
she's teaching them what then?
How to get ahead
Well-
by using whatever means necessary. That's the way I fucking see this bullshit.
I see it a little bit
She's
of
a
both.
pile of shit.
I
And
agree.
She's always got a, like, you even nailed it. She's like, she's trying to get out early, right?
Yeah. There's this isn't the kindness of her heart. This is what can I do to look like a model citizen, model prisoner.
So a flyer that circulated around, reportedly up inside the prison, which promotes the course Maxwell is offering to inmates, reads, taught by Mrs. Maxwell. This course teaches the 3 principles of etiquette, focusing on respect, consideration, and honesty, which she has
None of.
0 of.
Yeah.
So maybe she might know, like,
She might respect the right people. She doesn't
No.
respect all people.
I wouldn't say, nope, she doesn't have any of those. She knows how to go through the procedure of doing those things. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I need to act this certain way,
Right.
but I don't give a fuck about it. It's insane. Like, how is she like?
How does she get to do this?
Yeah. The source said it's less about balancing books on the head and being ladylike and more about having confidence in yourself. She definitely didn't lack for confidence,
No.
right? When she was bringing like 15-year-old girls to Epstein Island. It's creepy as fuck. Just saying. But they're allowed to do it, so she's even teaching Hispanic women how to do it with the help of a Colombian inmate
Spanish speaking.
acting as a translator. Yeah. So Beth's having an asthma attack as we speak. You okay? Gonna make it? Need mouth to mouth?
No, you good. Hold on.
All right. So it seems Maxwell is taking a rather hands-on approach to prison life, with sourcing telling the Mirror that she's also working with prison's law library and enjoys going for a run on the prison
Steeder.
grounds nearly every day.
Okay.
She's got the real fucking hard life.
She gets to go for. I mean, they only get like 25 minutes outside their cell.
Obviously not. If she's
Right.
teaching
I guess she's
fucking
teaching
classes.
That's the other reason why she's doing it too. More time outside of her cell. So it's all right. It goes around, comes around when it's supposed to.
Yeah. So I don't know. What would you do? We're gonna skip 4. What would you do? Would you do anything?
What do you mean?
Would you get a tattoo like this? So real quick.
Somebody got a Netflix tattoo?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It's not just a Netflix tattoo. We watched the show Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great show.
It was a really good show. I was talking about it today.
Really enjoyed it. Fun. The chick, we talked about it
I
before.
nailed it, didn't I? I called it who it was.
No,
at the
you didn't.
beginning.
You went back
No,
and forth.
at the very
Do not name it in
beginning,
case
at the
people
very
haven't watched
beginning,
it.
I said blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
and then I was like, well, maybe, no, maybe,
It was
well,
good, though.
maybe, and then I was like, nope. I go back to my original, and I was right.
So it was really
It
good.
is really good.
Series is good. If you got some,
Got a little twist. It's got twists and turns in
some
it.
tweens out there that want to watch it, absolutely, it's worth
I'm
it.
not a tween.
No, so if you had tweens,
Oh.
like down to the tweens, a little earlier, younger than that,
Depends on your kid.
parental discretion.
Depends on your kid.
But would you get that tattoo? So I'm like, nah, maybe
No.
not.
I would never get anyone's face tattooed on my body anywhere.
No,
Nope.
just
And that is
saying,
a horrible rendition
like,
of her.
there's probably a better artist out there.
That one looks like I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, if I saw
so-
that without the picture of Wednesday next to it, would I know that's Wensley Adams?
I would have been like, that's Chucky Adams.
I would have just
right,
said,
like some
whose
sorta
kid?
like-
I would have said, whose kid is that? Can you return it?
Right? Like return to sender. Anyway, but this just kind of be mindful of like getting tattoos.
I mean, I'm
in
hoping
general.
that they did because most tattoo artists draw it out for you and you get to look at it and
I
you're like,
really think that there
"Oh."
are a lot more tattoo artists that are bad than good.
Oh no, absolutely.
Right?
But you still have to draw the art out before so you can lay it down and trace it. But
Yeah.
I feel like I would have seen
well,
that
no,
one
you
and
do
been
it on
like,
tracing
well,
paper.
I know,
and
but-
even and then you
you lay it down.
yeah, I don't know how
You
that
leave it,
works.
But that's why I'm saying, like, you would, as if my tattoo artist came to me, that I would have been like, well, it's a great start, but no.
Maybe they were going for something else.
And do we know, was it
I gotta
really
be
supposed
real
to be
careful
Wednesday?
of my words right now.
Yeah, do we really know if it's
because-
supposed to be Wednesday? It looks like a
Special
Hispanic
Wednesday?
version. I was going to say like a Latin version
Wednesday
of Wednesday.
special.
A Wednesday special? No, maybe. No, I don't know. I'm not crazy about it.
Why not? You wouldn't
I'm
get
looking
that?
at the other tattoos on his arm.
Yeah, the balloons down there.
Well, and whatever that is to the
Maybe
right.
he's going for a whole
Oh,
new
is this
teeth.
the
Maybe
hand
that's
like this?
can't tell.
I think it's either hands like this or a llama. But I feel like
I just had to share that. It's just a quick one, quick hitter, a quick
Yeah.
hitter story,
a quickie.
a quickie, if you will. But I'm like, Wednesday was a great show.
Good show.
That does not mean you need to go get a fucking tattoo of any
I really
character.
think Pop.
Like, people are gonna end up with like Jason Momoa's Aquaman on their ass. I guarantee it.
I
We just
mean, I
haven't
want
seen it
Jason
yet.
Momoa on my ass, but not as a tattoo. I'm kidding. I'm playing. I just had to say
then-
something. But
There's shotgun shells going.
I
on.
don't think that pop culture really needs to go anywhere on your body unless it's got some huge Like, I could see getting some sort of I wouldn't do
Like a
this either,
mural,
but
like people
like
do
a Dave
murals.
Matthews some type of mural because
No.
that's where you and I met, so maybe it's symbolic to me,
But
but
there's other
but
like I've got the poster
this is
from the
me
first show.
personally.
Right.
This
I got
is
the
yeah.
poster from the first show, which actually is like a graphic, and it's like this lady in a kimono
Yeah,
and stuff like
it's really
that.
cool.
Like, so it's different, but it's not like Dave Matthews and be like jamming out in the background.
Right. That's what I'm
Right?
saying. I wouldn't get I'm not saying I'd get Dave Matthews. I said I would get something that
Symbolizes
yes, Dave
like
Matthews.
a unicorn head.
I mean, I don't see Dave Matthews when I see that unicorn head, but hey,
saying.
to each their own.
I don't know.
We do need to get new tattoos though soon. I got the name of somebody from a girl at work that specializes in Disney in
Sweet.
cartoon characters for Whiskey Kitty and Pretty Kitty.
Right on.
I think she's in Austin though, and it's a wait list, so we probably
You got
won't
like
get
a
on it.
Pretty kitty on my leg going like that.
Negative Ghost Rider.
It's a possibility. I'm not gonna like write it off. There was a dude.
A dude
There was this one guy this one time.
at band camp.
He's a reptile catcher.
Okay.
So goes and if you ever have to have somebody catch a snake or catch anything venomous that's going to kill you, pay the bill,
Right.
right? I mean, that's kind of
Oh
just like
no.
common sense, right? So in this particular
I
case,
wonder though, like if that person gets bit and died, is he's responsible for that? So he could be manslaughter.
you're just returning to sender.
Yeah, but something dangerous.
I don't know. It should be common sense that not paying a snake catcher isn't wise, but it seems the obvious risk was lost on one man. Colin Schumark has been catching snakes in Australia since he was a child,
fucking
offering up
Australian
his
venomous
services
snake?
professionally. Everything is fucking poisonous
In Australia, that's what I'm saying.
So, like,
No.
shouldn't you just get good at like catching deadly shit? Kind of.
Or learning how to climb tables
like,
really fast.
Well, no, like, if I lived in Australia, like legit, I think I'd just carry a machete around with me all the fucking time because everything will kill you. Like spiders will kill you, fucking snakes, kangaroos can kill you. They're just like
Kangaroos can kill
they
you.
just like come up,
Hit you
kick
too hard in the
and gut
chest.
you and shit. Yeah, then fuck all that place, right? So he's been doing this since 16. Obviously, the land down under is riddled with all kinds of sinister serpents. In this case, after bagging a massive snake from some bloke's kitchen, Colin was told by the bloke that he wouldn't be paying. That's right. He told the man who had captured a huge snake in a bag, who collects dangerous snakes all the time and knows his address, that he wouldn't be paying. Speaking on the Cancel Me Now podcast, Colin recalled, I caught a 6 foot red belly in his kitchen,
Oh,
and I
geez.
put it in the bag. Then he started saying, this should be free. The government should pay for that. The council should pay for that. I'm not paying for that. So fuck you, mate. I let the snake out, and it started slithering past my feet. He was like, what are you doing? I was like, mate, I can't do Australian.
Mate.
If you're not going to
Good
pay
day,
me,
mate.
I'm going to leave. He goes, I'm going to call the police. Well, call the fucking police, he said. Speaking of the Daily Mail Australia, Colin offered up a bit more detail about the incident from 2017. He goes, I got there and he was panicking, which is pretty standard. He said it was in his kitchen behind his fridge. So I had to pull
Why
out
did
the
I figure
fridge.
that out?
And when you catch a red-bellied black, people go, it's not that dangerous because by nature, they want to stay away from you. Excuse me. That's true, but when they're trapped in somebody's house, it's completely different. Anyway, so this thing's trying to kill me the entire time. I get it in the bag, and then the dude starts saying, oh, this should be the free and subsidized by the government. The council should pay for this. He kept going and going.
But they
and going.
don't, so pay up,
Because
sir.
understandably, Colin wasn't having this, so he let the reacquaintant. He decided to reacquaint the red-bellied python with the kitchen. Colin continued, I didn't like it. It was the end of the day. I was pretty tired, and I said, if you're not going to pay me, I'm just going to let him go and get out of here. So I let it go, and it started going past my leg and just got up on the kitchen table.
It
And
did?
he got up on the kitchen
Oh,
table,
okay.
rather. He said he was going to call the police, and I told him to go ahead.
Crocodile Dundee. Well, listen.
He had the money. He was just being a dick. Thankfully, he eventually coughed it up, but let this be a lesson to all of us. Always pay snake catchers for
So
catching
here's the
snakes.
thing. Does it suck you have to pay for it? Yeah. Should you pay for it? Yes.
Get it fucking out of your house,
And
bro.
it probably isn't even that. Like when we had to call about those 2 snakes, he did it 2 for 1.
Because one followed like 5 seconds behind it.
But it was only like $30.
It was a donation to the fucking whatever.
It's
the
probably not a
reptile
donation
center
in
was.
Australia.
No. So let's look up red belly fucking black. Let's see how poisonous they are. I think they're kind of poisonous. Red bellied black snake.
It didn't come up.
Oh, it did. All right. Red belly is a species of venomous snake in the family. I don't know what the fuck to say. How about it? Let's see. How venomous are they? The venom of a red belly black snake is quite toxic to humans, though bites are relatively uncommon with fewer than 3 dozen per year. Only 3 dozen per year. Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's good. It sucks for those 3
but
dozen.
there are no recorded deaths as a result of the venom from their bite. So it's still going to fuck you up.
It's going to hurt. It's probably make you really sick.
And like your leg's going to fall off.
I
but
wonder
you're
though
not
if you
gonna
still need
die.
anti-venom.
I don't know. But regardless,
Sorry
we
guys,
had
we're
those-
super coffee and phlegmy tonight, the 2 of us. I
Yeah,
keep
we
clearing my
had those
throat. You keep
snakes
coughing.
coming.
And they
fire
weren't
us.
venomous at all. And I
Nope.
still wanted absolutely nothing to
Right.
do with them.
Just get rid of them. Like, peace out, yo.
Reptiles, I hate them.
I don't. And I've had to kill a fucking rattlesnake
that's you.
right outside my back door.
Very few things make
Shit
me
happens.
scream and run like a girl. Snakes, spiders. I should not even just say reptiles
I'll
and
kill all that shit.
spiders. Reptiles and spiders,
fuck.
scream like a girl, jump on top of tables, run away. Like I literally hurdled chairs when that guy started. You want to check him out? I was like, no. I'm out.
And it was a friendly snake. It was a non-venomous snake. It
It was
was
a king snake.
nope.
Yeah,
wasn't a
king
king
rod
snake.
snake.
A rat snake.
But they also
King
call
rat.
them king snakes.
Was that what it was?
Mhm.
Yeah, it was good.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
Just like with SJWs, the vivid colors indicate a poisonous danger. Yes.
Social justice warriors.
Huh?
Like rainbow flags.
Oh.
Get it?
Dun, dun,
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't need a snake catcher if you have a shotgun or revolver that shoots 410.
No, dude.
Sucks
You
to
just
be
get
you,
a rake
Australia.
out, you pin its head down, and you cut it off with a pocket
Yeah, I'm
knife
not
like
getting that close. I'm
fucking
shooting like
man.
DJ.
Come on. That's what I did in my backyard.
I mean,
in flip flops.
You have to worry about other things when you shoot at it, like it ricocheting and breaking your glass,
Yeah, just-
your
I
dog.
pinned it
but-
down. Like, honey, go get my fucking knife.
No.
In my nightstand, you went and got it, and I cut its head off.
And I
That was
ran
like
immediately
a 4 or
back
5
inside.
foot rattlesnake. That was
Ugh.
good. I'll repost the video. It's been years since I posted that video. Good
Mm.
video.
I don't know if it's been years,
What
but
it
it's
was
been a
like.
while.
It's been like 7 years since I
Since you took
we
it,
killed
but
it.
not since you reposted it.
should have told getting that thing. All right. So
Yeah, we totally should have.
why not? I just
No.
threw it in the trash can because I was like,
As
fucking
A normal
midnight.
person would do.
Could have rats. Could have rattlesnake sausage. We lived in Texas. I just give it to Travis. I'm like, here, dude, fix that.
Smoke it.
Smoke it. Let's see what happens. People put shit on the smoker out here. We'll save these ones. All right. Jeremy Clarkson had a pig. Do you know who Jeremy Clarkson is?
Yes.
So he had a pig.
But do they know who Jeremy Clarkson is?
Jeremy Clarkson is the guy. It's on.
We've talked about him before,
yeah,
but he's on
the driver. He's
yeah.
also a British kind of like just
He doesn't give a shit.
funny guy, right?
Yeah.
So he did. All right. Couple of things. Jeremy Clarkson's this dude.
You said that part already.
Super funny guy. And he was on Top Gear for years. He was on Amazon.
He is still on
He
Amazon.
has Jeremy Clarkson's farm thing. He's going through a bunch of shit. Remember, I talked about him maybe a little while ago about him giving fucking Meghan and Harry a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Well, he evidently
Made some people mad.
Amazon is all upset because he gave him shit like 4 months ago.
Oh, well,
and
get
then
over
they're
it.
calling him misogynistic and blah, blah, blah. So he issued this like ultra apology, like just sucking dick, right? And they came back and were like, too bad. Fuck you. You're a cunt, right? Like those two fucking people need to fall off the
Yeah,
fucking
especially
planet.
because those 3 guys, the other 2 won't do anything without him
Yeah.
when it comes to car shows.
Like they literally need to fall off the fucking planet. They're that bad. Those two people are that
They made him apologize, and then they
terrible.
said, "Okay, thanks. Now go
They're
fuck
just
yourself."
that terrible. Like, just keep that in mind. Like any of your friends buy that book, any of your fucking anybody, just be like,
Yeah.
look at how terrible these people are. Go listen to clips from the audiobook, right?
I don't need to.
No, but right, they're just that bad of fucking people. Like, they're just assholes.
They just pulled the
And then
wool
they're
over a
just-
lot of people's eyes,
And they're just raking in the tens of millions of dollars. They can go fuck themselves.
which
Right,
I don't
so-
understand why they're not even that interesting.
They're not. No, they're not. He banged his fucking
She bangs. She
right,
bangs.
whatever. Fucking, they can all die. Anyway, well, I don't want them to die, but you know what I mean.
Thank you.
You can fall off the social media planet. They're not going to. Jeremy Clarkson brutally announced his piglet has died just days after giving birth. Literally, he just wrote,
Aw, like it was a baby.
I'll tell you, this is why it's funny, right? So on his comments, I went out to his Instagram last night because I read about this article about him giving like any blocked comments on it. So everybody goes to the next like one, right? And that's kind of the thing. You'll just go down to the next one and people comment on that one.
Next one, what?
The next picture, whatever you can comment, the next post,
Right.
you can comment and people are like, fuck them, blah, 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 don't give in, blah, blah. So Jeremy Clarkson announced death of his piglet in true Jeremy Clarkson fashion. Let's face it, Top Gear presenter isn't exactly known for his tact, which is what I
Really?
love
Yes.
about that guy, right? But even by his standards, his delivery, sad news, was described as being a bit brutal. It all started earlier this
We
week
could just hear his voice.
when Clarkson introduced his farm's first piglet, showing a photo of him holding the adorable new arrival. For those who are fully out of the loop, the 60-year-old shocked the UK when he announced that he was leaping into the farming world. This is like
There's
2
a
years
show.
ago, maybe.
There's a show,
Yeah, it's Jeremy Clarkson's farm.
and it's hilarious because he has no idea
Clarkson's
what he's
farm.
doing.
Right. So it's funny. But he goes through it, right?
Oh my goodness, he's so cute.
Yeah. Mhm. So I'm getting to it. So either way, things looked like they were on the up and up. One commenter writing, "Proud dad. He's got your nose," quipped another, "and so cute." But it seemed the celebration was short-lived. Earlier today, this was January 13th, Clarkson took to Instagram to reveal the baby pig had passed away. And also, all he said was, "She's died," and posted that picture. And that was it. And that was it. It's fucking it. Right? You're like, holy shit, dude. Come on. That's kind of funny in
I mean, it's
kind of a
fucked
macabre
up
way.
funny.
But you know, it's just like, well, she's died. Shit. Because if you go watch that Clarkson's farm, it's fucking hilarious. I promise you.
It really
get
is.
a big kick out of it. So I just had to share that. It's been hanging around, and I wanted to make sure everybody knew that. Go support Jeremy Clarkson. I think he's way better than fucking half the people that come out of England. So
Yes, I would tend to agree with you.
you know, all good. Cheers. It's been a
Cheers.
minute. It's been a hot minute. What do you got to talk about?
So I'm going to talk to you
Okay,
about a
I've
dump
got a
truck tear.
couple of you got dump truck of terror. Do I need to pull up anything for that?
No, I do, but we don't. Oh, I can't yet, can I? So let me send it to you while I
All right.
tell the story. Give me a sec.
Cool.
Because there's a video.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking there was
So
gonna be.
send it to your email.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, give me a.
So what's the premise for
So
it?
enraged man rams his own South LA home with a dump truck.
Why would you run your own house
Hold
over?
on, I'm about to tell you more.
I can
My
probably
voice
think I
gets
can just
really
find
deep
it.
today. I'm just gonna. You could, but I could just also. Sheila Montaigne. Send. Okay, so while you look for that, residents in a Westmont neighborhood were stunned after seeing their neighbor go on a rampage, destroying his own home, as well as other yards, cars, and anything that got in his way on Saturday afternoon. He first came with this is quotes. He first came with a wild Impala and tore up the garage door, said neighbor Journey Megerson. Megerson started recording the ordeal shortly after 3:30. She and her family members immediately called the police. However, before the officers arrived, the man returned driving a dump truck. So he's gone and come back now a second time, creating another trail of destruction.
Was it into his wife's home?
Yes. So they're going through a divorce, apparently.
Okay.
And something pissed him off. I think he's got anger issues. I mean, obviously, because she already had a restraining order against him. So Patricia Dunn said the man behind the wheel was her husband, Ron Dunn. The couple's in the process of getting a divorce. And earlier this month, she filed a restraining order, which only enraged Ronald, according to his wife.
Okay.
Part of me feels like maybe she's a little dramatic, but I kind of also say she's like, I live in fear, complete fear, because he's like a madman, she said, describing the ordeal. Neighbors said Ronald came back a third time minutes after the first deliberate crash
And then wrecked into
and
her
then
fucking house again.
yelled at the neighbors for standing and supporting his wife, because I guess they were all trying to console her.
I've got the video. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta figure out which one it is. There it is. All right. You guys ready? Let's go.
So yeah, he's just, running into the house with a dump truck.
God damn. He's like, that's a full-size fucking
You think he
dump
got
truck.
it from work? And do you think he's going to lose his job now, too? On top of that, he wrecked that truck. He
crushed
wrecked
a
that
bunch
gate.
of shit.
He tore up people's yards.
What's this house worth?
I have no idea. It's in California, so it's worth enough.
Nice, decent looking house.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Grass looks better than mine.
I think it's the neighbor house, but yeah.
Whatever.
But
nope, that's the house.
Is it the house?
He didn't even get he's spinning tires and everything.
Yeah, he's like
He
tearing
needs
up the
more
yard.
speed.
But then they're complaining because the cops took too long to get there. But now
What are they going to do? It's not the fucking tank guy.
Right, but
He's, killing people with it.
She says if they had been up here earlier,
Was it in Compton or some shit?
I told you where it was at. It was in Westmount neighborhood. I don't know, LA, South LA.
I think that's a good place.
Well, obviously,
House looks nice.
No place would be good if you've got that happening. But so she's kind of mad at the police because they took too long to get there. If they would have gotten there sooner, not as much damage would have happened.
Yeah,
but she doesn't want the house anymore. I want to put it for sale and just move on because I'm not comfortable here anymore. Which I kind of get, but at the same time, I'm like, buy a gun.
Gun versus a
buy a gun.
No, they're in California. You're not allowed to have any guns.
Find a way to buy a gun.
Bow and arrow. I watched.
Shoot it through the driveway.
You watched, what was the movie last night? We were watching fucking
the one that was
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider, yeah.
Yeah, Tomb Raider, and she fucking pulled out a bow and arrow on a guy in a helicopter, and I was
Rambo had other guns too.
Rambo's the only one that could pull that off. Do you know why?
Because he's super strong and
he's got a little missile at the end of it. He was like,
so it hits it and it blows up,
right? And then he pulls it back, right? And he's got a little warhead on that. That's different.
Anyways, I just thought it was interesting
is
that somebody would drive it. I'm wondering if he was losing the house, so he was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna destroy it."
That's near Inglewood. I'm not sure that's a really great spot.
I don't know anything about California other than where we've been.
Yeah, that's like a door over from Inglewood. That's pretty sure that's where Training Day took place.
Oh, okay. A lot of gangs. And
Hawthorne's
drugs.
like right there. Inglewood's like right there.
I mean, regardless of the neighborhood.
So my buddy's coming out next month from LA. Greg.
Oh, he's coming. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You hadn't shared that piece with me yet.
I've shared that
months ago.
Yeah. He's coming out and he's from LA. It's a guy I grew up with like a billion years ago. Coming out to just taste test the Texas waters, I guess. But we'll have to ask him every LA goddamn question you have because he is LA man. He is like
he lives in downtown.
He does the thing.
He does the West Side.
The West Side thing.
That was really hard for you, huh? I could do it so easily.
My left hand too.
I could do it with
right. Like
see, I could do it with my left. I can't do it with my right.
Like I don't know. I'm gonna ask him to throw gang signs on here, like all of it, and just like see what happens. But nonetheless, we can ask him. Like, is that place good? Like where the dude fucking
drove a tank into his house. I mean, not. But that was my next one. Like, where do you get the dump truck from?
Probably work. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. He probably works for one of our buddies.
Andrew. And he's probably going to lose his job now.
Probably works for Andrew. Just saying. I don't know. But you go like, fuck, what are you going to do? I mean, you got to get even with that bitch.
I mean,
one way or another.
Do you? Not really. You know how you get even? You get a younger, hotter chick. That's how you get
But
even.
she's got your house. She's banging your brother in it. Probably.
You don't know that.
In this hashtag probably. Right? What
Hashtag
else is going on with that? We could just go into
I feel like she probably made a right decision divorcing him if this is his anger issues. I'm just saying.
if that's his coping mechanism,
Yeah, if
is
that's how
driving
he
a
deals
fucking
with
dump,
shit.
like a giant dump truck.
Bye.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't judge him. All right, you guys ready for this fucking nutso thing?
What?
This is going to be something that I posted this. I didn't post it, and I'm not going to post it. We're going to listen to it on here.
Oh, I didn't.
You
okay.
already understand.
Yeah, I didn't
So
get it
this
though.
is what has been put out as a terrifying simulator. Shows what it's like to drown. So if you don't want to listen to what it's like to drown, turn your audio down. Right? So we're going to actually play this, and it's a terrifying video that's revealed what it's like to drown, and it has been, and it will leave you with being a lot more careful around water. But you go like, holy fuck, right? It is kind of interesting. So here we go. What's up, Nico? Your perfect time for the drowning simulator. All right. Audio is up. So you should be able to hear this at this point.
Should I turn it up and see if I can hear it? Is that a hangnail though that he's freaking out about? He lost a fingernail?
Is this what it's like?
I don't know if this is what it's like because I've never drowned, thank God.
In the ocean.
This is why I don't go in the ocean. Kidding. Why is she screaming though? Is that what really passes through your mind?
Flashing back, honey.
It's all the good stuff that flashes through your mind when you
Just
die.
saying.
And now
Did he drown?
he's dead.
Did he drown?
Did you say
That's
you
what it's
drowned
like.
after 30 minutes?
4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Oh, I was like, 30 minutes. Good gravy. I hope it doesn't take that
4
long.
minutes and 20 seconds being in open ocean water, panicking.
Don't panic.
Don't panic.
Don't worry about your
He even
hangnail.
went underwater and he was like, don't panic.
I guess I got confused because why was there a diver there?
Because he was dreaming. I don't know. I didn't make the fucking video, but I thought it was kind of creepy. Like somebody
Drowning
actually
in
tried to
poo?
make
That's what Nico said.
a drowning.
Leave it to Nico.
Yeah, absolutely. Tried to make a drowning simulator.
I don't know why
So-
you would.
I don't know. But it says this is also very much a reflection of boating, as large boats like the one in the simulator would be challenging to say the least. One of the things that like they try and figure out is there's been multiple times where people have been lost.
Yeah, and they
Like,
didn't
just get
drown.
left.
That one guy off the cruise ship.
Well, that's one thing. But if you're out scuba diving
Right.
and
Oh,
they
don't
just
plan that because then I'm never going to scuba
don't
dive.
count you.
Don't.
But at
Don't.
least like when we go scuba diving, you can still see land, right? These are like open ocean water scubing. You're going,
I'm never
5,
going
6,
open
7
ocean water
miles.
scuba diving now.
but we
Thanks
go
for ruining that.
open ocean, but it's like land is right there. Like you can just keep your vest inflated and just fucking
When I'm always so new, I get to stay right by the instructor. So I'm not
yeah,
going to get left
exactly.
behind.
Like and that's fine.
And note to self, when I'm not brand new, I'm still going to stay right by the
That's what I'm saying. Just
instructor.
do that.
So I don't get left behind.
So you go like, oh shit. But it says so anyway, you saw the video. Simulator that warned of the simulator then warned of that the human body tires a lot faster than people think.
Why
That's
you have
very
to
true.
float.
Why you should always wear a life jacket. But there's the dude that fell off the fucking cruise we talked about like 3 weeks
18
ago.
hours or something, right?
And he literally got naked because any little
Makes
piece
you
of
heavy.
cloth.
He should have
dragged.
kept his jeans. You can make a life jacket out of your jeans. They
Maybe he
teach you how
tried
to
it.
do
I
that.
don't know. Nature will kill you, especially the ocean.
Yes.
DJ says, 100 fucking percent.
That's why if I'm not scuba diving, I'm not in the ocean because at least scuba diving, I can see what's
The
coming.
woods will kill you. The desert will kill
Almost
you.
everything kills you.
Everything can kill you if you
Yes.
don't know how to be prepared. Exactly. So I just thought it was a very interesting kind of thing. And it's literally like it doesn't take long to drown. You can drown in a teaspoon of water if you're a baby. And you
Yeah.
can't like roll over. I mean,
Yeah.
Like you're just
Like
your mom plants. Never mind.
well, that's why you're not supposed to leave a baby by itself when it's in the bathtub.
Yeah, probably.
Because that only takes like 30 seconds, I think.
Yeah. Hey, I want to hear about this Ring car camera thing.
So I'm going to tell 2 stories in one then,
Excuse me.
because
I need to look that Ring car camera thing up, huh? I think I do. So people can see what the Ring car camera.
you can, sure. So I originally found this because I was reading about Nassau police warn about brazen thieves stealing cars. Literally, while filling up, people are filling up at the gas station, and it's happening to a lot of European cars because think about my car, driver's side on this side,
Petrol. Oh,
gas
they can get in
tank,
on the other side.
gas tank on this side, and so people are leaving their
Lock your
keys.
goddamn.
People are leaving their keys in their car, and these guys are like the one they show.
Do we need to? Do you have a video of that?
Well, they just show the car being like cars being stolen.
But
Like,
we've seen it. Yeah, we know.
there's one lady
right
that's
side
doing
gas tank,
a Land Rover. She's filling it in, and the guy just jumps in, and she sees him, and she can see him through the windows. So she starts to run around, and she's like trying to grab the car door, and the guy just takes off. And it's happened, I think, in the last 2 months alone. It's like 135 times.
Where, in England or something?
No,
or here?
in California.
Oh, in California.
Nassau, right? Isn't that in California?
So you need to keep your key
Hold
in
on,
your
where's this
pocket.
at?
Well, instead
New
they
York.
just come
I'm
up
sorry,
and
New York.
shoot you.
New York.
And take
but
your
they
key.
do say, take your keys, lock your car doors.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, I probably need to do that
But
because I don't do
New
that.
York, California can't carry a gun.
Well,
So they just come up.
so nobody gets shot in New York ever?
No.
Or in California
Yeah, no,
ever?
no.
So bad guys don't have guns?
Oh, no.
So they
No,
still couldn't shoot
wait a minute.
if I...
The bad guys have the guns. The good guys can't have the guns to protect themselves from the bad guys. Because that
Unless you
makes
know
you a
the
bad
right
guy
people.
at that point.
Well, you're a bad guy and my bad guy if it comes to protecting
you're not
myself with a
allowed that.
gun
Nope.
is different.
Tough shit.
So
honey.
anyways, so they're warning drivers
out.
and gas station owners to be cautious
That's-
at the pump.
That's why we had the story about
The ring camera.
well, not the Ring camera, but we had the story about the armed fucking security carrying fucking ARs and shit.
Yeah.
Because, like, what the fuck, right?
Yeah. So these guys are being pretty brave about it. They're doing it in broad.
Brodsky, 100%. He said,
What?
more gun laws will solve their problems.
Who said that?
Exactly. Thorsky.
Oh, so
100%,
they're pretty brave.
right?
Like they're
Isn't that the
doing
way
it
it
in the
works?
middle of the day in full on busy gas stations.
Yeah. They're just
And
fucking
people
rolling
are
up,
just
stealing your shit.
watching. Like that's the thing that I'm like, I was thinking about that. I was like, if I saw somebody gassing
It's
up their
just
car,
a car.
if somebody was gassing a car and I saw somebody random dude walk up, wouldn't I be like, hey, that's not your car, and start to draw attention?
No, so I love the meme that goes around, or whatever the video meme that goes around. It's like, if you're willing to shoot somebody over your material possessions, that means you value your material.
I'm not
possessions
willing
more
to
than
get
their
shot
life. And it's
over
like,
my.
You're goddamn right.
I'm
I
not
do.
willing to get shot over my material possessions. I will let somebody take the car and be like,
No,
I will
shoot
let.
through the fucking window.
If
We're
I
in
don't have a
Texas.
gun,
Why wouldn't you have a gun?
because I don't carry a gun when I go out. I don't. Where am I going to put it? My purses aren't big enough. You have to buy me a cute little one. I need a little HK 9mm,
You have a 9mm.
a baby one that only holds 2 fingers.
That's
And
ridiculous.
And then I can get the little extra mag that goes in there, and then I can have
So it
room for
becomes
my thumb.
basically a full size gun.
No, it's tiny still. We looked at that one. You know which one I'm talking about. I fell in love with it. But that drove me then to a new
Article.
Ring car cam.
Okay.
So the company Ring, so Amazon is launching Ring car cam for vehicles, and it literally goes in your dashboard
They can't remove it.
and it films forward and backwards.
Is this it? Right here.
Yes.
I think it's kind of cool.
And so supports a cell. So you do the device supports a cellular connection, but requires a subscription to
Plus,
Ring's
it acts as a
Protect
kind
to
of
Go.
a crash cam. too.
Well, because it goes, it's forward and backwards, so
Yeah.
it gets them, and
I'm
you
saying-
can turn them off. Like you can turn off, like if you don't want it to be filming inside, you can turn that off. It
It's when
becomes
you're banging your
available.
neighbor's wife. And
The former launches in February, so if we want one, buy them now because they're $200 now versus $250 in
Get
February
one.
with the launch.
Put it on. At least put it on the Audi. Shit.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but
Right. I think it's dope. I think it's cool. Like, I mean, you've been able to get, but you can get like,
And I
some of
think
those
it comes
car
with its
camps
own like
for
little.
like you can get those ones. They've been around for years and years.
You go on
years.
your
Russia, dude. They've got the best. Like
They always catch all the ghost stuff and the Bigfoot.
they've got the
shit.
best ones because it's just like people in Russia will just like walk out in front of cars and then just like waiting to get hit. Cause I think that's the only way they get fucking paid sometimes. They just like pretend to fucking get hit and fall over and they're like, come on, hit me. And they're
You
like,
also see all the close calls that they have in Russia because
Right.
people haul ass
Yeah,
and they
just
don't look
fucking-
where they're
yeah,
going. the
exactly.
walkers. But yeah, so I thought it was kind of cool.
I think it's cool. Yeah.
I mean, I don't live an exciting car life, but
Well,
it does have you do have to have, it supports a cellular connection so it can connect. I'm assuming that means it connects to your phone when you're in the
it's
car.
got Wi-Fi.
But it does require a subscription to Ring's Protect Go. $6 a month or $6 per
And
year.
what's that do?
Sorry.
Cough off mic.
I didn't expect it, smartass.
Damn it.
I guess it kind of is like the same thing that you get with your Ring doorbell. Like it records it and keeps it for you for a certain
That's
amount of
kind
time.
of cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Mhm.
It's easier to do that than probably have to have like download the video and like keep
Yeah.
the little cards and all
Yeah.
that shit. You know what I mean?
Well, here's what I'm surprised that cars aren't coming with in-house cameras like that. Like they have all the ones on the external showing the front
Why
and the
isn't
back.
there storage for all that shit? Right?
No, why isn't
Well-
it already built into the
Well,
car?
Tesla does. Like Tesla
Internally, too?
records like somebody keys your car.
I know, but it also
Tesla fucking can pick it.
I know
And
you've
they
told
can
that
use the
before.
facial recognition. And
But
shit
I'm
like that.
saying more
It's
than
fucking
just
rad.
one car that's
Well, because it's Tesla.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like Toyota Camry or Corolla ain't spending money on that shit.
if it should be an option then for people who want
But
to
on like a
spend money.
$180,000 fucking F-150 or 250 or something,
Especially because
shit
they're
should come with that.
very stolen vehicles.
Yeah,
So
like
anyways,
my truck got broken into.
So
but-
2 stories, 1 stone.
So real quick, Alex said over here in the Bay Area, the victim ends up being charged as a suspect, and the suspect walked free. Exactly, but we're not in. San
That happens in a lot of
Francisco.
places. Or they don't charge you, the criminal then sues you and wins.
That's why you shoot them, pull them into your car, just drive anywhere.
And dump them or what?
No, yeah,
Oh.
yeah, no.
All right.
It's not hypothetical.
So
course, alleged.
do we want to talk about feel goods?
We need to do the Waffle House
okay.
because this is an important one.
So let's end on that one.
So we'll end on that one and we'll do our feel goods and then we'll do a quick couple of things, right? So we all love the Waffle House, of course. And if you've never eaten in a Waffle House,
I've
it's
been there like twice.
a shame. I've eaten there a fucking shit ton of times.
But twice with you and Chuck is how many times
That's
I
how
think
many
I've been.
times you've had it.
Yes.
But we all know Waffle House. They've got game. There was the recent video that I showed maybe
The
like a
chick,
couple weeks
yeah.
ago. She got that fucking chair. And now there's cartoons made of her. And she's looking like a badass. I mean,
Kind of is badass.
yeah, right? So Waffle House shades entitled Gen Zers order from the menu or we are not order from the menu. We are not making anything you saw on TikTok.
Wait, do they have a secret menu that people started making on?
Well, on TikTok, right? They're just basically like, get fucked. We're not doing this, right? So literally the sign says, order from the menu. We are not making anything you saw on TikTok. And this is why. 86 TikTok. A rash of ridiculous menu hacks threatens to give fast food chains serious indigestion. Is at least one Waffle House location is refusing to let entitled customers make a hash of restaurant tradition. Order from the menu. We are not making anything you saw on TikTok. Read the posted warning. This is by TikTok user official God Body Cash or whatever. Anyway, TikTok taking over everything except Waffle House, he joked. Scrawled in the alert. So evidently, people are going in there and getting like literal like waffle-sized burgers made, like 5 burger, but made in the shape of a waffle, then having multiple waffles and having multiple stacks of waffles and making it like a fucking food challenge.
Interesting.
Right? Which in and of itself sounds pretty fucking good. Like imagine using a waffle
As a bun.
as the bun.
Do you put sauce on it? I mean, syrup on it?
You've got to put syrup on it. Right? And then an
I've never had a
egg,
savory
and then an egg
savory
in
burger
there.
before.
and then cheese.
Mostly because I'm a ketchup drowner.
then some bacon.
You're making me fucking hungry.
Right?
Yeah, don't ask for it at Waffle House.
That's what the fucking
What they
problem
should do is they
Mike,
should make a regular size burger.
all that is a McGriddle with a fucking burger in it, though.
McGriddle's a
McDonald's been doing it for a million years.
McGriddle's a pancake, not a waffle.
It's kind of the same thing,
No,
isn't it?
they're not.
Isn't it the same
No.
material?
Same
Batter?
batter, but different
Different texture.
different
not as
texture,
crunchy.
different things you put on them. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I'm so fucking hungry.
We've got pot roast coming or whatever it is. All right.
Roast.
So they're attempting, custom items a la TikTok have been Kitchen Nightmare, as they're saying. They're attempting to recreate viral videos. So all I'm saying is
Don't go in
fucking
there.
Waffle House, stuck up.
Waffle.
You go to Waffle House when you're hungover.
No,
No, you're
you go to-
drunk when you're hungover, when the end of the world is
right
happening.
when everything shuts down.
Right. And then that is it. Then you leave those poor people alone and let
Because
them
they're
live their lives.
also usually, I feel like they're the older wait staff. Like they've been with the company for a while, so they're
Yeah.
older. They
Like,
ain't got time for that
I'm
shit.
fairly certain it's the last diner you can smoke in.
Can you
right.
smoke in them still? I don't
Dude,
think
I
so. Well, it depends
remember-
on where you live.
Maybe.
In California, you can't smoke in them.
I'm pretty sure you can smoke in them in Texas. You can. There's still
There's
bars down
not
the road
any.
here
And
you
I've
can
never
smoke.
seen one in Texas.
There's one down the fucking road.
No, there's not. That's an IHOP.
No, that doesn't
There is
count.
not
There's
a Waffle House. There's not a Waffle House.
Get to your feel good. I'm gonna do a little homework real quick.
My
if you
feel
don't
good.
mind.
Again, it's always animals, right? But my feel good is, come on.
Waffle House near me.
Wait, what the hell happened? There it is.
Okay. You got it?
Two beavers named
Is that a fucking joke?
no. Two beavers named Hazel and Chompy reintroduced to English County for first time in over 400 years. So, for the first time in over 400 years, beavers are back in the wild of Hampshire, southern England. What's really sad is once hunted to extinction, these guys have been they've been trying to get these guys back in the wild for a while.
Trying to get the wild beaver out there.
Trying to get the wild beaver out there.
How is there literally not a Waffle House near us?
I told you. You act like I don't know what I'm talking about, but
Jesus Christ.
so the toothy engineer is now in high demand and hoped their buildings of dams will restore
Nico,
much of
that's
the
exactly
local
what I thought
freshwater
of.
features that have suffered in their absence. So ecologically, there's things that good things they made happen by having these beavers. The picture's really cute.
Happy beaver.
Happy beaver.
Happy beaver, happy life.
Yes. I was gonna try to find something
Austin's
dirty,
the
but
closest fucking one, 78 miles away.
There, I do think there is
San
one in
Antonio's
Austin.
Failing life.
But it's a really cute picture. I'll have you post it on the website
Okay.
because it almost looks like they're kissing. But so Hazel and Chompy were released into the 925 acre Ewhurst estate near Basingstoke, Hampshire.
Okay.
And it's owned by Malaysian born model and actress Mindy Liu, who was thrilled to have them. Is that the girl we were just talking about? That's Velma.
Who?
No, she's not English.
No.
Who sees them as keys to restoring ponds, streams, and wet life on the estate. So
Wet life. Is this them right there?
wetlands. I'm sorry, wetlands. Yes, aren't they so cute?
Yeah. They're beavers. They're just gonna create dams.
That's
and
what they
ruin-
need them to do, though,
and ruin everything.
because that will. I think that probably helps with
brings
some of the
wetlands
erosion.
back. Yeah.
Well, it helps with some of the erosion that's happening.
It's cool.
And so they're the first two released in there now in over 400 years, which I thought was really cute.
'Cause they
And it's planet friendly.
every day's green.
Oh,
Day,
there's
honey.
a picture lower down too with a video, 43-second video,
Every
from,
day
but
is
it's okay.
Earth Day, already close.
There's a release that's on the beaver release.
So my feel good is I told the story of the guy that saved a bunch of fucking people up in
here, yes.
up in Buffalo, right? During when he kicked in that school door or whatever and saved like 20 people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the man who saved more than 20 people during a deadly snowstorm that shrouded Erie County, New York, in December has been thanked for his actions with tickets to the Super Bowl gifted to him in
Oh,
part
that's cool.
by the NFL's Buffalo Bills. So we saw the story like it was unfolding. He went through and he asked neighbors. And they
Yep,
were all
10
no,
houses.
no. And finally, they went back to the car. They huddled with another lady, and he was like, "We're all gonna fucking."
And they
die."
found a school.
They found a school and broke in.
Right.
But I think it's really awesome. You know, they stepped up. The community stepped up, including the Buffalo Bills, stepped up and said, "Hey,
You're a hero.
you're a hero.
Thank you for
Like,
doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for doing this." So I think that's just a absolute kudos to that guy. He deserves all of that and
Yes,
more.
I would agree.
So that is the My Feel Good. Couple of quick shows. I finished Netflix Vikings Valhalla season 2.
You finished it too? Didn't you just start it?
Yeah, well, I watched them while I was working out and stuff like that.
Is that why you came to bed so late every night this week?
It was good. It was really good. Was it as good as season 1? I think so.
I don't know. I've never seen any
I
of them.
can't say any of their goddamn names, so I can't be like,
'Cause
this character was
They're
really
Valhalla.
It's the female lead character was really good. She
Big
was the
blonde
kind of
chick, right?
Yeah. She was like the lead one in this one. It was good. Kicks ass.
Good.
Pretty good.
It's pretty bloody though, right? Like it's pretty gory and violent.
Yeah. Oh, dude, there was one scene, and I'm not gonna give too much away, but have you ever seen people that like voluntarily like put hooks through themselves and like hang themselves?
No.
Like they'll like
No, I know what you're talking about.
Put
I've
those
never
big-
seen it,
so they like there's one that was kind of similar to that,
but it was torture.
but it was more torture.
Oh, Lord.
So that was kind of interesting. And then so it was good. Go check it out. Vikings season 2 Valhalla. Pretty good. And then we started watching The Last of Us.
Yes.
First episode, which I was a huge fan of the video game.
You played the video game?
At least
Where
the
was
first
I?
1 or 2. It's when back in the day when I used to play video games.
Were we together?
Yeah.
I don't remember even owning it.
Yeah. I think it's in a drawer somewhere.
DJ said you only go to Waffle House when you hate yourself. Yes. That's very true.
That's fine. All right. But The Last of Us was pretty good. I think it's going to be a cool series.
Nico said he's halfway through Yellowstone, which you really like.
Yeah, got to catch up. I have a couple I got to catch up on. Just been watching other shit.
Yeah.
And then I got to catch up. I'll probably watch one tonight.
1923.
1923 or 29
Whatever it is.
or whatever it is. Those are really good too. So yeah, check those out. Lastly, today in history, 1980 Pink Floyd's album,
Finally, one band I'm not a fan
The
of.
Wall.
I'm not a fan of. I
came
don't
out.
disrespect them like you do some great bands, but I'm not a fan. Like I don't turn it off, but I'm like, meh. I know the song. But
Another brick in the wall. That was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. Like just from like deep, like throw the VHS in and watch that over and over.
okay.
And then I grew up, and I'm like, I don't ever need to hear that fucking song again.
Yep. No,
Like another
not
brick
a
in the wall,
fan.
because
Another
there's
brick
a
in the
walkway
wall.
into our office
And it made you think in the Phoenix office, right?
here.
Oh, here?
The
Oh,
walkway to the meat grinder. You can't eat your meat, or you can't eat your pudding if you don't eat your meat. Like I see that and I hear that
as you're walking
every
in.
time I walk across that fucking thing. So nonetheless, we all have trauma.
I think DJ might be surprised. He goes,
What?
what?
It's just me. Like I hate
I'm
fucking
not.
Led Zeppelin. It is what it
Which
is.
is disrespectful. I didn't say I hate. I said
No, I
not a
hate 'em.
fan of.
Like I just like there's a couple
Really like Led
songs.
Zeppelin.
that-
Oh, there's a gnat flying around in
It's
here.
on you this time, but
Yeah.
no, it's just one of those things. I grew up with them. I went and saw them when I was a kid. It was good.
Pink Floyd. Now he's flying on you. Huh. So,
Anyway,
all right.
cheers. We will catch you on Friday. Thank you for bearing with our chest colds. Hopefully
Yes.
they'll
And
be
our
gone by
coughs
then.
and
But we love you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Go out, check us out on all the iTunes and Spotify's and all that. Give us a 5-star review if you don't mind.
please.
That would be very helpful. And also go check out the Castro files. We dropped 2 of them this week.
yes.
Trying to shorten them up a little bit.
2
20
quick
minutes
stories.
apiece.
Yep.
Kind of around that
One on
age.
Sunday, one on
Yeah, it's
Tuesday.
a little easier to listen to while you're sitting on the toilet or something like that. Gotta figure.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know what? Toilet. Kind of like the Inquirer.
I don't stay in
Right.
the bathroom for 20 minutes. I don't.
Motherfucker, you got an iPad now. You're in there for
Not in there for 20 minutes. I might be
your
in there
legs
for 10.
go to sleep. You're in there for so long. We love you. Cheers. Go check that out if you don't mind. Catch you later.
Love
See
you
ya.
guys.